Libras, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and I wasn't going to make any monthly videos, but I can't freaking help it. This is a game-changing month, and how can I not be there for you? So for the people who are loyal to me, who don't care that these are late, because I changed my mind, like all Gemini, you'll get me, and you'll stick with me. So let's talk about this big month, because I see, a fracking huge month for you. And so, guys, on the 6th, Venus goes direct in your 11th house. And 11th house is your house of friends, is your house of socializing, is your house of social networking. And for you, I think you're on a journey. I think for the most part, you take on a lot of the burdens of your friends, and you always seek potential and always seek the best absolute outcome of your friends. But I think that in general, you're the person that keeps everybody together, and that's very difficult on a constant basis. I think at some point you need to define why you don't get tangibly more out of your friendships than you do. I think people rely on you. They see you as the peacekeeper. They see you as the person of stability. They admire your perspectives, and they know that you're always going to give them the most grounded outcome. But I think you need to take a look at what you actually get out of, what you attain, what you inevitably get before the outcome. So, like, what are you looking for in a friendship? You know, what is it? Is it to flourish and to grow and to get perspective and to release some of your burdens? But are some of your friends not willing to listen to you as much as you listen to them? Are they not able to help you on your journey? And you know, you're trying to tangibly get what you want to create the stable outcome, but are they giving that to you? You know, that's something that you're going to struggle with when Venus goes direct on the 6th. On the 12th, we have a new moon in the solar eclipse in Virgo, and that's going to be in your 12th house. There is a lot going on in planting new seeds in new beginnings. For you, you're redefining how you look at things. The balanced perspective with you is not balancing other needs with your needs. That's not what it's about. It's actually about centralizing your needs and seeking people that, you know, Francis, come here, Bubba. Hi, honey. I'm totally ignoring my dog, and I'm feeling bad. Here's your baby. Hi, honey. Look at your gorgeous face. Hi, baby. Oh, little tail wagging. So for you, look, you want to have a good outcome for all. You are really, come here. Come down here. Come on, honey. You know, you're really looking at, I just need to love my dog while I'm loving you. You really, look, you want to help people on their journeys, and you want to be there for them. But there, at some point, needs to be a need. You want to shine. You want to get out there. You want to embrace the situation that you have enveloped yourself in. But there are past fears. There are past preconditioned wiring that you tend to do in relationships and with others, and as a whole that you do. You actually put yourself on the back burner, and you take on others' burdens, and you know, you're more than willing to do that. That's not something that's hard for you, but there's a sense of needing to get something tangibly back. You know, you want as much as you give to be received. You want to flourish, and you want to feel that you are empowered, and you want to feel that there's something coming back to you equally. And yes, tangibly where you're at, you can actually sustain yourself and get ahead, but there's a need to plant seeds and want it to flourish in love and in your heart and in a connection with somebody. And there's a need for that, a mutual understanding. So when you nurture, there's a need to be nurtured back. There's a need to get something tangibly back. And we're not just talking about money, but we're talking about the feeling of being held and your burdens released by somebody else. Not always releasing somebody's burdens, but them releasing your burden. And I feel like you're in a lot of relationships that are very narcissistic and very focused on them and not focused on the outcome of what they actually give you, the strength and the stability and the selflessness that you give relationships. That's not actually being met at this point. So you're going to be evaluating that, I think, on the 6th and the 12th. And then on the 17th, you know, you're going to have Mercury go into retrograde in your first house. And this is a big house for it to go into. So you're taking a look at the way that you relate to others. Is it a burden? Are you carrying all their burdens? And you're willing to do that. You absolutely are. But at what expense to yourself? I mean, does your cup feel like it is full? Do you feel like the waves are stable, or are they unstable? I mean, do you feel that there is a tangible outcome for this? There's something that you actually physically get from this outwardly. You know, do you feel comforted? Do you feel accepted? Do you feel like you have to change who you outwardly are to match your partners, or match the ones that you love, or match your friendships? And then they accept you, and that's okay. And they know, then they go along your journey and they take on your burdens with you and they celebrate with you. But is that actually meeting the actual person that you are? I mean, is there that give and take and that actual emotional security, that absolute deep connection with others? I mean, is that actually being supported today? On the 17th, Saturn goes into Sagittarius in the 3rd house. And for you, this has to do with communication with others. If you actually communicate exactly what you're feeling, exactly what you're going through, do people make you feel valued simplistically for the person that you are? Do they support the vulnerabilities in you so that you can grow and you can flourish? Do they see the potential in your heart and your soul, or are you always just carrying everything for them, and you are strong for them, and you are willing for them, and you are willing to celebrate their success? But are you seeking that back? That's something that this Mercury retrograde will teach you and help you understand. For you, on the 27th, the lunar eclipse is going to be in Aries in your 7th house. So this has to deal a lot with, you're always taking on everybody's burdens, and you're willing to do that. You're always willing to go along with everybody else's journeys, and you're actually willing to do that. You triumph in their successes, and you're proud of them for beating and overcoming. And you do seek some stability in their triumphs, as far as in tangible things and physical things and pleasurable things. And those are all working well for you. But spiritually, you're planting small seeds and they're planting big seeds. They're thinking that they've overcome and that they've got it all down, but underlying, they don't get you. They don't get where they're missing out on. They don't get that that tangible need is from your heart, it's from growth, it's from spiritual awareness, it's from simplistic things. Pleasurably, they meet the outcome that you outwardly seek, but I want to say that inwardly doesn't always match outwardly. So yes, outwardly they're meeting all your potential, but inwardly, you know, are you taking on more of their life? Are you adapting to more of their needs and more of their awareness? And are you seeking identity through defining them and not you? I mean, I think that that's something that I'm seeing in this eclipse. And if that's the case, then in the lunar eclipse, that's going to be in Aries, it's going to shine some light on your partnerships. It's, you know what? Are you defining yourself through them? Are you defining their journey as your journey? Are you defining their burdens as your burdens? Are you defining their celebratory absolute moments that you get to seek pleasure based on your partnerships, based on what they need? But when it comes down to, you have more of a grounded approach, a more balanced approach. It doesn't need to be these extremes, and it doesn't need to be this type. So you're giving more than you're getting is what I'm seeing in this. And so I think in the lunar eclipse, it's going to shed some light on that. It's going to shed some perspective on that. It's going to shed some need for you to actually get the physical and tangible things that you desire on a more simplistic level. Even though you're a very complex sign, you're very passion-based, you're very pleasure-based, some of the basic pleasures come from the inside matching the outside, from the 10th house matching the 12th house. And so I think that for some of you, the journey through Saturn is trying to learn how to communicate about what you want, what you desire, what you need to, you know, physically. And I have to pay attention to my dog. I'm so sorry, because I've been doing this all morning and he needs me. He does. So, I think this is more of a balanced perspective. This is, you're probably with a partner that doesn't have a very balanced perspective, or you probably were involved with somebody that didn't have a very balanced perspective. So this is shedding light on what you actually need from partnerships to feel very, very full as far as emotionally and tangibly. I mean, there's a balance in that. So for you, Mars is going to be in your first house. So passionately, you want your outward perspectives to match what your internal perspectives are. That 12th house area, you're going to dive deep. You're going to reveal a lot to your partners. You're going to reveal a lot about what you want. You're going to look at your friendships, and you're going to evaluate your friendships and see if somebody in your friendship arena actually could tangibly give you more than your current partners. I mean, this is a big, okay, so a solar eclipse is a new beginning, but a lunar eclipse is an absolute ending of something. So it's shedding a light on the darkness of a perspective emotionally. And so you may have a revelation about, inevitably, you want what you want. And you've sacrificed greatly in the past for things to get the picture to match your reality. But your first house really has to match the 12th house. So you really have to have the inside match the outside at this point. So you're really weighing all that out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Annette's Astrology Corner, and I will talk to you guys again next month.